I say this and I say it respectfully. The Rock.
Take that. He says that. What is respectful about that? That is. He's not one of us.
Tall advantage at all.
Tall people are stupid.
He's off. And I was like, you know why you off? Because you're in my city. Your beard stinks. I hate you. I was like, I hate your calves. I told him, I said, I think you got butt shot.
There was a thunderous roar as Kevin Hart stepped onto the stage. You can almost hear the crowd leaning in, brimming with anticipation. Tonight, he's not just the comedian, he's the referee ready to shut down anyone who crosses the line. Because when someone gets out of order, Kevin has a way of bringing them right back with a laugh. There's something almost majestic about the way Kevin Hart handles rude celebrities. It's not aggression, it's precision. He doesn't just clap back, he roasts, he diffuses, and he leaves an impression that lasts. In 2025 alone, we saw him deliver some of the most memorable takedowns at the BET Awards, and they're quickly becoming legendary.
Look to your right. If you see somebody stooping down or sweating, it's because they got warrants. And guess what? You're going to jail tonight. And I got a couple people that want to get locked up, okay? Floyd Mayweather, congratulations on the fight, buddy. But you're going to jail for those damn cowboy boots. You're going to jail. I want to lock you up tonight. That was a bad fashion choice. 2 Chainz, you wore a suit tonight. That's not you.
At the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles, Kevin Hart, our sharp-witted, quick-on-his-feet host, is back on stage for the 25th BET Awards, and he kicks things off with a bang in his opening monologue. Hart doesn't say the name outright, but he sure lets the audience do the math. He jokes about shutting down after parties, and that's where ish gets slippery. It's a clear allusion to Sean Diddy Combs' trial, which had been dominating headlines for alleged sex trafficking, racketeering, and those infamous freak-off parties, lavish events involving baby oil, and wild celebrity gathering. By scheduling the awards on a Monday, because people gotta go to work tomorrow, he wryly underscores the need to avoid any scandalous late-night shenanigans. Kevin laughed as he told the crowd, no after parties, instantly killing the idea of any wild late-night blowouts. He followed it up by pointing out that the show was happening on a Monday, so everyone had work the next day, a sharp little reminder that real life doesn't pause for award show glitz. Kevin Hart didn't just stick to lighthearted banter, he went for the jugular. After joking about slippery after parties, he shifted gears and zeroed in on a viral clip that had the internet buzzing. The footage, taken over Memorial Day weekend, showed rapper Cardi B on a yacht with NFL player Stefon Diggs. What really caught people's attention was Diggs holding a small bag of pink powder, which instantly fueled speculation and gossip across social media. Kevin, never one to miss a beat, turned that headline into comedy gold. With his trademark timing, he told the audience, no yachts, no boats. Cardi B, no pink stuff. Like what the F? None of that stuff. It was short, sharp, and impossible to misinterpret. In just a handful of words, he took the scandal that had everyone whispering online and flipped it into a room-shaking punchline. Part of why the joke landed so well was its simplicity. No pink stuff immediately painted a vivid picture that everyone could connect to without Kevin needing to explain the whole story. If you had seen the clip, you were laughing because you knew exactly what he meant. If you hadn't, the line was intriguing enough to make you want to look it up later. Either way, the punch connected. What really stood out though was the balance Kevin struck. He managed to call out a messy situation without dragging it into mean-spirited territory. The joke was bold and biting, but it was also playful enough to keep the mood light. That's the genius of Kevin Hart's hosting style. He doesn't just get laughs, he turns cultural flashpoints into comedy moments people keep talking about long after the show ends. And then, just to make sure no one was safe, he glanced down at his phone and quipped, "Oh, it's Kanye," before joking that nobody let him into the party. He kept the jokes sharp and the energy electric, blending pop culture savvy with timely self-awareness. But here's what makes Kevin's technique so effective. It's not just ridicule, it's respectful. He punctures egos with humor, the kind that still leaves space for the audience to think, that hit home. Yet even after the roast, he shifted tone. He honored female hip-hop artists Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Doechii, and reminded us that on the same stage as brutal jokes, there's support, celebration, and uplift. One of the reasons Kevin Hart works so well as a host is his ability to balance sharp humor with genuine appreciation. He doesn't just roast for the sake of being mean or to tear someone down. Instead, his comedy often has two sides. He'll crack a joke about the elephant in the room, but then he'll pivot and highlight something positive. That duality, calling out flaws while also lifting people up, is a big part of why audiences enjoy him. When you look closely at his style, you see that Hart rarely lobs grenades. In other words, he isn't interested in blowing someone up or leaving them embarrassed without recovery. His jabs may sting for a second, but they're almost always wrapped in a sense of warmth or followed by praise. He'll tease a star about their controversies, but then he'll remind the audience why that same star is important or talented. It's a kind of push and pull rhythm that keeps his comedy sharp but never cruel. Think of it as him lighting lamps rather than starting fires. Hart uses humor to draw attention to the messy, uncomfortable realities everyone is already whispering about, but he doesn't leave things in the dark. Instead, he turns the spotlight toward achievements, resilience, or the bigger picture. By doing this, he makes sure the energy in the room stays celebratory, even when the jokes hit hard. This is exactly why Kevin shines on a stage like the BET Awards. It's not just about roasting celebrities, it's about navigating the fine line between entertainment and respect. He can laugh with you and at you in the same breath, and then leave you feeling celebrated rather than attacked. That ability to mix truth, humor, and heart is what sets him apart from comedians who only focus on the punchline without caring about the aftermath. There was yet another moment off screen this time. On Watch What Happens Live in April 2025, Anthony Anderson took Kevin Hart to task for this classic, taking credit for a decades-old prank Anderson pulled. The prank? Flushing Simon Rex's trailer and defecating in his toilet. Anthony wasn't shy about it. On air, he yelled at Hart, "F you, I did it," and Kevin took credit. It was wild, awkward, but funny as only reality TV can be. One might say, Kevin got roasted off stage just like he roasts on it. But let's be real, this wasn't rude behavior, it was friendly banter, and Hart took it in stride. The clash wasn't bitter, it was comedic. It underscored that Kevin's on-screen style is sharp, quick, and strategic, extending into his off-screen world too. Okay, so what do these moments have in common? Timing, context, a sense of theater. Kevin doesn't walk in and hit people with blunt force. He sets the scene, cues the punchline, then boom, he lands it. Diddy? He sidestepped a legal scandal with one well-timed, thinly veiled joke. Cardi B and Diggs? Their yacht debacle gets symbolized in 2 words. No pink stuff. Kanye, one glance, one line cut. And Anderson? A prank was reclaimed with a laugh. What really makes Kevin Hart stand out is the way he handles uncomfortable or potentially rude moments. Instead of snapping back in anger or creating an even bigger scene, he chooses humor as his weapon. He knows that a sharp, well-timed joke can do more to shut someone down than an argument ever could. By leaning on comedy, he not only takes control of the room, but also keeps the atmosphere light and enjoyable. In moments where the energy could easily turn negative, Kevin has a knack for flipping the script. He doesn't let tension linger. He redirects it, reshaping the mood so that people are laughing instead of cringing. That's what's meant by rewiring the energy. He takes whatever's heavy or uncomfortable and spins it into something people actually want to be part of. It's a skill that requires quick thinking, confidence, and an instinctive understanding of the crowd. And once the tension is diffused, Kevin doesn't just stop at the joke. He often takes it a step further by shifting the focus back to something uplifting. He'll highlight the talent in the room, celebrate a cultural moment, or remind everyone why they're gathered there in the first place. In the case of the BET Awards, that means spotlighting music, achievement, and community pride. At the heart of it, that's what Kevin is about: comedy, connection, and community. He uses laughter as a way of bringing people together, not tearing them apart. His ability to control a room while still keeping it fun is what allows him to shut down negativity without losing the celebratory spirit. It's why audiences trust him as a host. They know he'll tell the truth, but he'll do it in a way that unites rather than divides. Stepping back, we also see Kevin off the roast circuit, busy building Laugh Out Loud Productions, LOL, a multimedia empire launched in 2017 that now spans streaming, audio, digital, and experiential divisions, with partnerships from Pluto TV to Peacock, SiriusXM, YouTube, and beyond. Beyond comedy, he's creating platforms where more diverse voices sing their own roasts and their own celebration. So in those high-profile moments, BET Awards, live TV, and talk shows, you see the excerpt of the king of comedy, but when you zoom out, you see the king of strategy, of building bridges, of giving a stage to new names, while still reminding us that humor can hold power and responsibility all at once. Kevin Hart isn't just a comedian who shuts down rude celebrities. He's a performer, a leader, and a clear-thinking craftsman of laughter. He understands timing, tone, and humanity. He moves audiences with punchlines, but holds space for applause. Whether he's on stage at the BET Awards or being teased by Anthony Anderson on live TV, Kevin stays authentic, sharp, and unexpectedly tender. Because real mastery isn't just knocking people down, it's knowing how to lift back up. And when Kevin shuts someone down, he's always got room to lift someone else to the mic. And here you have it. When Kevin Hart shuts down rude celebrities, what do you think? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.